Morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm just going to go over to YouTube and to make sure that we actually go live. So I'll wait. I like this new bit of software. I've got all the comments coming up, so I don't even have to view it on YouTube, which is a great thing. So I'm just going to mute myself over there, which I've done. And what I'll do is I'll come back over to the Hangout. And I want to say thank you very much for joining us. I'm a bit excited today because we've had some major breakthroughs, okay, and some great milestones that we've got to. And first off, I want to just sort of give you a little bit of background to arbitrage trading, okay, and how my own experiences arbitrage came about, and show you the problems that you're going to come up against as an arbitrage trader, okay, and how Johnny Blockchain is going to cure all of them and beyond, okay? And I just want to say, Barbara, because I know you're watching, if you could just say in the chat, you don't have to say what you've done, but did you do that task that I asked you to do today? If you could just let me know that you've done that, because obviously I want to cover that in the Hangout a little bit later. And so I'm on the call with Darren. You can't actually see him at the moment because he's off screen. But where is he? Let me just try and find. I don't know. There he is. He's there. So give us a wave, Darren. You're on the screen now. There you go. So I'll be handing over to Darren in a little while. So I want to get moving on rather than ramble. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully, so that's taking me to the Hangout. Now, what I want to do is I want to take you to Coin Market Cap. Okay. So hopefully you can see the screen. I don't know why, hopefully you're not seeing all these boxes on the screen that I've got as well. So I'll just check that you only see my screen. Let me just check that you only see my screen. If you've got any questions about the Hangout, then let me know in the live chat, okay, in capital letters, and then we'll try and address them. Yeah, it looks like everything's great. So I'm going to go over to Coin Market Cap. Now, on Coin Market Cap, what I've done in the past is I want to find an arbitrage trade. This is where I used to start. So I used to start with a coin, maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or any coin that I happen to have. So I'd search for a coin on Coin Market Cap. So, I'd come over to Coin Market Cap, and I've searched for this coin, which is I don't know how you pronounce that, the Mithril, so the MITH coin, the short for the code for that, okay? Now, when I look on here, it says to me that I can purchase the lowest price is on, is this the lowest price? Let me just check this again. Yeah, the lowest price is on this rabbit bit, okay? And the highest price is, it's saying this one at this coin Zen at the top there. But, you can see that this one here is, 84 cents. And if I go down this end of it, it's not even a cent for it, okay? Now, so I know that I've got some of this coin sitting on HitBTC, so I could buy it. I've got it on HitBTC already, so what I could do would be to transfer this coin that's on HitBTC over to another exchange, and I'm a member of this exchange, so look, I could go over to OKX, for example, okay? I could sell it on OKX for a higher price than what it is on HitBTC. So as you can see, Coin Market Cap are telling me to do that trade. They're saying it's okay for me to do that trade, okay? But I did that trade, okay? I did that trade, and I want to show you the problem that I came up against. So here I am on HitBTC, and if you can see there, I've got 7,422 of this MIF coin here. You see this MIF here, there's the coin. I've got them, and if I want to withdraw those coins, I don't know what happened there. I clicked that. Never worked with animal children on the internet. Something's happened. I shouldn't have clicked it maybe. But what I would want to do is withdraw that. So if I come back up here and go to the deposit and withdraw screen. So let's just click that again. So I do apologise about that. I clicked it, it's taken me to the trading screen. Okay, and I don't want to be there, because what I want to do is do what Coin Market Cap is telling me, and that is to withdraw from HitBTC and send it over there. So let's just get the coin again. It's MITH. MITH. There it is. So I've got 7,422. And as you can see, I've got a couple of crosses against my withdrawal. Okay? Because what I did was I wanted to withdraw this coin and send it over to OKX. But the problem is with OKX, it says here, sorry, currently we do not support smart contracts or blockchain rewards, coin-based deposits. What's that mean? Look at the deposit address. That is an ERC20 deposit address. And Barbara says, of course. Thanks for that, Bob. So what does that actually mean? So it means that that coin is traded or transferred from one place to another via the Ethereum network. But I know that this coin is on the process or in the process of changing over from the Ethereum network over to the Binance chain network. So if I go over to here, look at that, it starts with OX, which means it's on the Ethereum, the ERC20 network. But if I go to deposit this coin, look at what the address is. If I show the address, it's BNB. So these two coins, according to the coin market cap, they are the same coin, but they're sitting on two different networks. So I can't trade with what coin market cap is actually telling me I could do. Okay, and you'll find this with practically, I don't know of any other company or website that give you the correct information. Okay, so right now I've got this coin sitting in HitBTC, and if I come over to portfolio, let me just get the portfolio up. Sorry, it's reloading because it wanted to reload itself. So if I go over to the portfolio screen, okay, and now I've got this coin that I don't know what to do with. So I'm going to go to HitBTC and I'm going to scroll down, and there's my MIF coin. Okay, so at the moment I've got this coin stuck in HitBTC. What do I do with it? Well, I could use coin market cap as a reference, but I've already found out that they give me the wrong information. They're not giving me the correct information because they're saying to me it's the same coin. It is the same coin, but it's on completely two different networks. But Johnny Blockchain, if I go there and I click on the MILF, I get this pop-up. And it shows me now what I can do with the coin. So it's saying to me, if I sell my MILF, I don't know how you pronounce it, on HitBTC for Bitcoin, I'll get this rate here, this rate here. But if I want to send it to another exchange and that exchange is hidden, I can get 12.8% more Bitcoin than what I would get if I sold it for Bitcoin on HitBTC. If I want to go and unlock this route, I could sell it for another 17.5%. I'm not even going to go there with that one, 2,300%. This one, if I want to liquidate it for dollars, if I did it on HitBTC, I'd get this rate for dollars. But if I sent it to another exchange, I would get 46% more dollars than what I would if I liquidated it on HitBTC. So the portfolio screen that you're about to get access to, and I'm going to tell you when you're going to get access to it at the end of this hangout, so you want to stay tuned for that. The portfolio screen is just mind-blowing. Completely mind-blowing of what you're going to get access to. Okay? Now, this screen that we're working on, this screen here, is in what's called the wireframe. Okay? So there's no design there at the moment. It's just the wireframe, because we want to add a lot of functionalities to it. Now, if I go back to HitBTC, let me just show you some of the functionalities that you've got already. Okay, so first off, you can liquidate it, and as you see, if I untick this, move this slider over, it shows me the places where I can lose money as well. Not that I'd want to do that. So it's telling me if I sell it for Bitcoin on another exchange, I could, on the exchange is hidden, I'd lose 25%. Well, obviously, I'm not going to do that. So I only want to see the profitable route, so I would leave that slider across there. but it's telling me I can liquidate. If I come there, I can liquidate in Bitcoin, I can liquidate into dollars, I can liquidate into Ethereum, and that's it. So it's showing me those three. Now, it could have shown me Tether as well, and it could have shown me Litecoin, but obviously it's not showing me because there's no trades available for that. Okay, so that's showing me, if I put that slider back across, it's showing me the local rate, which is the rate on HitBTC. Let me just, Darren's on Skype now, I know you are, that's obviously an old message. If I liquidate on HitBTC, my mill for Bitcoin, these are the rates I'm going to get here. If I liquidate it for dollars, this is the rate I'm going to get, and I'm going to get a better rate if I go to another exchange. If I liquidate it for Ethereum on HitBTC, I'm going to get that rate, but I would move it to another exchange because I'd get more Ethereum for it, you see. And there I'd get 20%. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, that. And then also you'll see under here, there's a little arbitrage link. So basically what you do is if you click that, it sorts to see if there's an arbitrage for that particular coin from that currency, from that exchange. So it's, you could see it's filtered automatically the MILF, and it's filtered automatically HitBTC. So it's saying you've got MILF or myth on HitBTC. Is there an arbitrage route available? And as you can see, there's not. Okay, so it saves you. It gives you one click movement to see if there's an arbitrage available. Obviously, what we're going to do is we're going to put numbers next to this, you know, so that you don't have to click it. But that's why we've left it with the wireframe design, because we're still working on this. But what you've got access to right now with this My Portfolio section is just mind-blowing, because every coin that you've got listed on all your exchanges. So if I come up to Binance here, and I've got some coins here. Let's just have a look at the GTO. Sometimes, there you go. So look, I've got GTO, that coin there. If I sell it on Binance, you know, I exchange it for Bitcoin, I'd get this rate. But it's telling me if I send this GTO to another exchange, I would end up with more Bitcoin than what I would if I sold it for Bitcoin on Binance. 24% more. So imagine, you know, if I had enough to buy one Bitcoin, I'd end up with, which is what, about £8,000 now, I think it is. I'd end up with 25% of £8,000, you know, which is another £2,000, which is a lot of money. Okay. So as you can see, this portfolio is a brilliant tool, and if I unslide that, it shows me where I'm going to lose money. Well, obviously, I'm not interested in losing money. I'm only interested in making money. So it's telling me if I exchange it for Ethereum on Binance, this particular coin that I already have, I'd get this rate. But if I send it to another exchange, I'll get 17, nearly 18% more Ethereum than would have if I would have exchanged it for Ethereum on Binance, if that makes sense. And then at the bottom there is Tether. So I'd probably myself, I'd be interested in this one. I'd want to do that one. The robot's not available for that, but I don't care. I would do that manually. I'm happy to do that manually because the system will give me the instructions of what I've got to do. Okay. So I wanted to show you the My Portfolio screen, and stay tuned for the end of the Hangout because we're going to tell you when you're going to get access to that. Now, what I want to do is come back over to here and stop sharing, if I can. Go back to camera. And I'm going to hand you over to Darren, and I'm going to have a swig of water because I've gone dry with the excitement. So where's Darren? Let me find him on the screen. There he is. Let me change the lower third so it now says Darren's name at the bottom. Look at this. Watch this technology when it works. He says, God knows what's happened there. It's still showing me. So let me take that off. Ah, there you are, because it was showing both of us. There you go. So I've got Darren now. Perfect. Darren's on the bottom of the screen, his name. So over to you, Darren.
Okay. Just before you go, Carolyn has just popped a question in there. Do you want to read it, or can you see that on your screen?
I could see it, actually. I could see. So the The theologic, what's that say? Read it to me because I'm...
So theoretically,
theoretically,
we can use Johnny Blockchain to build any particular coin that we want to concentrate on.
Yeah, basically, that's a yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And something that Jeremy and I were talking about not so long ago, actually, was about the fact that Binance certainly have a plan. Let's put it that way. And you can interpret that. And, you know, we're not sort of giving you any buy signals or sell signals, but they've certainly got a plan to take over the world, shall we say. You know, they're obviously set up their system to obviously accept their own coin. And I know a lot of exchanges have introduced their own coin, but actually Binance are literally doing something with that and also encouraging other exchanges to accept their blockchain. And obviously that blockchain obviously uses their coin. So, you know, you might want to sort of stick a little bit away and start looking at, you know, gradually investing a little bit of Binance coin. That's just my opinion. It's not an educated opinion. It's just an observation of what's happening out there at the moment. Okay, so what am I going to show you? I'm going to show you something that we're now, again, it's something that was always been there, but we're actually starting to not necessarily revisit it, but certainly adding a lot more functionality or information to it. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen, which hopefully you can now see. Let me just do that and get rid of that. Now I'm on Johnny Blockchain back office. Don't know why that's still there. I'm going to put you down there, Jeremy. Okay, so I'm on the back office of Johnny Blockchain, and I'm on. You'll see here that we've got our trade button, and when you click on that, I'm on the Getting Started page. So if we click on that, you can now see that we're starting to get a lot more information onto this page. And now, as with the wire framework that Jeremy's just explained to you about the portfolio page, this page here is also going to be revisited with the designer. So don't concern yourself with the way that it looks at the moment. It's going to look a lot different once we've finished deciding exactly the sort of information that we want to have on this page, and obviously the child pages which run off this as well. So as you can see, we've got information here about Johnny Blockchain, obviously getting started. We have got a video that's going to be inserted in here, which is going to do a bit like an orientation. So we'll show you, basically walk you through the back office, show you where everything is. We've now also got here, you can see here, if you want to know where all the exchanges are, they're now on this page here. So if we just open that up in a new window, so you'll remember that we had a mass of icons on here. So we're going to move those over to a separate page. So you've got here at the top all of the icons which are now currently integrated with the bot. Okay, so there's no to be integrated, they are now integrated with the bot. So those are the icons or the exchanges that you'll probably want to prioritize if you haven't already, in registering, getting verified, and then obviously getting those API keys logged in. You then have below that all of our other exchanges, and obviously there is an awful lot of exchanges. There's 70 odd exchanges there for you to work through. Again, get yourself registered, get yourself verified, and then as we go through the next weeks and months, we'll be gradually adding these exchanges to the bot as well. But as you can imagine, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of integration that we need to put in place, and then also there's a lot of triple checking that needs to be done once that's happened. So get yourself on here. It means you can then still use the information that Johnny Blockchain is providing you, but obviously you'll be doing this manually through the instructions that Johnny Blockchain is going to give you. And then down at the bottom, if you are stuck at any point, then obviously you can access our video tutorials. And we've got a huge, if I open that up, we've got a huge YouTube channel which is now dedicated to Johnny Blockchain. And again, there's a link for that at the top here. So if we just come over to here, you want to make sure that you're subscribed, and also you want to make sure that you've ticked this bell here, and that will obviously notify you once we upload a new video or a new training for you to look at. So as you can see, loads and loads of videos on there, and it's just about Johnny Blockchain. So there's nothing else on there for you to worry about. And again, if you're looking for something in particular, just use the search bar. Okay, straightforward enough. Because, like I say, there's going to be a video on here potentially for every exchange that we connect to. So there'll be a lot of videos to search through. So let me just get rid of that and that. We've then got our Facebook group here. Obviously, you can connect to it directly here. It's purely about crypto. It's not necessarily specifically about Johnny Blockchain, though obviously we're talking about Johnny Blockchain and arbitrage on there, but it is about crypto totally. So if there's anything you want to know about crypto, there's a lot of people on there, a lot of experts on there that will be able to answer questions and help you through any particular hurdles or challenges that you've got with crypto in general. So again, just a little heads up on that. Again, another sort of signpost, if you like, for our YouTube and our Telegram. And then here at the bottom, we're going to start to not say relaunch, but certainly reawaken your awareness of the referral program. We are now getting very, very close to where obviously you guys are going to have full access to all the functionalities that we've got that we've tested so far. Then we're going to be just a short hop and skip away from actually opening this up to the public, general public, to come in and do some beta testing. And obviously Jeremy's going to talk a little bit more about that later on. But again, we're going to have obviously our referral program, and then we're going to have some marketing swipes for those of you who want to use emails or videos or banners or anything like that, and they're going to be on here as well. Now, like I say, don't get too hung up about the way that this looks. We're just about trying to get all the information we can get onto the page. The designer will then redesign it, and we will then obviously have more attractive and easier to navigate system once the designer's got through there. But at the moment, he can't design what he doesn't know. So we need to tell him we need to make him aware of what he needs to design, and then obviously he can then get off and design it. So this is, again, just a reminder of the referral program. Now, the cost of coming in to use the arbitrage bot, remember now that we've got two features, okay? So the first one is the arbitrage bot and the information that's surrounding that. That is going to be $399 for 12 months access. And if you use your referral link, then you'll get a 25% commission on that. We've now got the portfolio, which obviously you guys are going to get access to that shortly. That is going to be the same price. It's going to be $399. So again, if somebody wants that tool, then again, you're going to get a 25% commission on that. Now, imagine if somebody is going to want both of those tools, and who isn't going to want both of those tools. Again, if they buy them individually, that's $200 commission that you've got coming your way. If they buy them together initially, they've got the opportunity to buy those at a discount. And again, we'll release those details to you shortly, obviously, when we're ready to release those details to you. On top of that, okay, we've got credits which are effectively very, very reasonably priced at the moment. You'll also get a 10% commission on those. Again, as more people use those credits, those commissions will build up as well. If you want to know where your referral link is, you can find it in your account settings page. And obviously, the button is here to show you where that is. And then, like I say, we're going to be building out the email swipes, banners, and obviously promotional videos. You can use any videos which are on there, unless of course you want to use your own and create your own videos, then, which is always going to be a lot more powerful. So you've got those options there for you, and that is all in that getting started page. So what I'll do is I'll just reawaken this just to make sure, to see if we've got any questions on what I've covered so far. I appreciate
what I will do is I'm just going to add this little comment here, and it's from Richard. He's joined us for the very first time, so we want to welcome you, Richard, to the Hangout. I don't know what time you joined it. We normally do these Hangouts every Friday. We try to do them. They're an hour long, so you know, some people love to stay the hour, some people nip in and out, but they're obviously recorded, so you can go back. But they're mainly to give our members or our potential members a good update of what's going on. So that's Richard's comment there, which you'd see on the screen. And I don't see any questions actually, Darren. I was just seeing Caroline's question, so hopefully that answered Caroline's question. I don't see any more. I'm just looking through the chat there. So if you have got a question, if you put it in capital letters, then we'll try and get to that question as we go through the Hangout. So
okay.
Did you want to carry on, Darren, or if you've got more?
Yeah,
you want to, yeah.
Just one more thing that I wanted to talk about, which was obviously, if you are a Zookle member, I was going to say an old Zookle member, but if you are an existing Zookle member, whether you are currently a paid member or not, you do have the option of getting access to Johnny Blockchain via Zookle. And if I just come over to Zookle packages, just to make you aware of that, if you are part of a gold package, platinum package, or diamond package, then not only do you get access to obviously the relevant bots which are already there, you'll also get access to to Johnny Blockchain. So again, if you want to get access to perhaps the arbitrage, then obviously you can access that from the gold level, platinum level, and the diamond level. And the advantage of that, if you like, is the fact that you're paying monthly as opposed to paying a larger 12-month fee. So again,
and also, I just want to say there, Darren, is while you've got that on the screen, the Zookle price there, Darren's showing it in pounds, but it will, if you live, you know, it could show in dollars or euros, but it's payable in Bitcoin. Okay, but that price has not gone up because before Johnny Blockchain was launched, that was the price to access the robots, the crypto trading robots that are inside. We've got crypto to crypto, crypto to fiat, crypto and gold. Those robots are inside Zookle. So actually, if you go via Zookle, you get access to Johnny Blockchain's arbitrage section free because it comes with the package. So there's no extra cost. And I've got another comment here from this guy. I don't know. Can you see that on the? It's Marcin. I don't know how you pronounce that, so I do apologise.
It might be Marcin or it might be Marcin. I do apologise.
Marcin. Sorry, we can't pronounce your name correctly. I'm dyslexic, so I can't pronounce anybody's name correctly. I just about read my own name. He says, everything looks impressive. Are you planning a free trial? If so, when can I expect this option? Right, well, we are planning a free trial, okay? We're going to be doing a 14-day free trial, and that's going to be coming available, I'm going to say, within the next week to 2 weeks, okay? It's not going to be that far away. I will, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Marcin, or come over to our Facebook group, I don't know if anybody's got the link for the Facebook group. Maybe you could put that in the chat. But if you come over to the Facebook group, we will be announcing when the free trial is available. So we will have a free trial, but you can actually access the list of exchanges. So you may want to join some of the exchanges so that when you do get the free trial, that you're up and ready to rock and roll. So. Anything else you got there, Darren, for us?
No, I've just noticed Caroline saying, what's the reason for the slider to show the losing trades? I would say that if you are really looking to liquidate whatever coin it is and the profitable alternatives are not suitable, whether you're not suitable for exchanges that you can't connect to or it's not the right coin, but you absolutely must liquidate your the coin that you want to liquidate. It just provides you with all of the options that you've got. The slider really is just to, I suppose, really just to cut out the noise. So we're
yeah, exactly. But well, we bring back the data anyway, because obviously we've got to look at all the data. So rather than not show it, obviously I wouldn't want to see it. So we, by default, we don't show it. But if you do want to look, you can. Okay, so it's not something that you have to do. Okay, but we show the information. I don't know what happened there. It sort of took you off the screen, which is. Did you stop sharing your screen?
I stopped sharing.
Right. See, technology. This is what I like. So if you've got any questions, then make sure. And it says how. So I'll put this question up on the screen. It says, how long does it take to buy and sell with the robot in an exchange? Well, that again is the robot when it makes a trade. Okay, there's two ways that you can do a trade on an exchange, okay? Or two main ways. There's what's called a market order, where you place your trade and you take an average price, what's in the order book, you know? If you're, let's just say you were trading with $500 and there was a 5 lines in the order book, all at different prices, all with $100 worth, but they all had it. So you would buy all of those orders up, one after the other, and you'd get an average price. Then there's a limit order where you actually place an order in the order book for the exact price that you want to get. Okay. Now, if you place a market order, providing the exchange is telling the truth and it's not filled its order book with false orders, because that can happen, and we've found that, and we've turned off those exchanges. But if it's a good exchange, you know, Binance, HitBTC, OKX, Coinbase Pro, if it's one of those, your order fills fairly quickly with a market order. If it's a limit order, if their price hasn't reached that price, then it won't execute it quickly. So what we're doing at the moment, we're only placing market orders. Now, we will be introducing a robot that places limit orders for that arbitrage trade, okay? But we'll be executing them in a different way. But so it goes, unfortunately, Giles, it depends on the exchange. Top exchanges like Binance, HitBTC, Coinbase Pro, they tend to feel, you know, you start the robot starts and it executes it straight away. And what I'll do is, if I can, I'll just take you off the screen there, and I'll share my screen, and let me see if I can share. Yeah. So if I go over to Johnny Blockchain and I go to, let me just see if I'm sharing the right page. Yeah, I am. So I'm going to go, just move some of this stuff for you. Probably guys can't see this, but if I go here and then go down to my routes, for example, I want to show you some trades that I did. So I've got a couple of trades here. So I've got a trade here I did on the 25th of June when we were building stuff. Got a return on the investment of 3.1%. Got another trade on the 3rd of July. Was that on July? Yeah, that one was on June. 3rd of July, 19.1% ROI. The 4th of September, the robot did a trade for me, and that was 108.4%. And then I got on the 6th of September one that was 8.2. Now, if you look here on the 18th of September, this trade has not completed. And you're probably looking at the screen with 18, that's 2 days, Jeremy. And that is because at the time when we did the trade, the robot didn't know about the ERC20 and the Binance coin and so on. So it assumed, like CoinMarketCap did, it assumed it was on the same network. It knows it's the same coin, but it didn't know it was on the same network. So we actually now are getting to the stage, which will be Monday, that you won't have robots, 9 times out of 10. Obviously, we can't be 100% correct, but you won't have a robot that would start knowing that the coin is on 2 different networks, an ERC20 coin and on Binance coin. So that's what the robot will know in the future. But these trades that I did down here, it bought the first coin on the first exchange within 5 minutes, I would say. 5 minutes, bought the coin, then I got the information that I would have to withdraw the coin, because you do the withdrawals yourself, and send it over to the second exchange. And then what it does is it does this. You see, it says waiting for deposit. Well, this deposit's never going to arrive because I can't send the coin from HitBTC over to OKX, because they're the same coin, but they're on two different networks. So it would just be looking at this stuff here. Okay, so let me come back. Well, what else was I going to show you? Was there anything, Darren, that you needed to cover in particular? Anything else that you wanted to cover before I go to? Because there was some stuff I want to just cover.
There is something that obviously I just want to I want to ram home a point, if that's possible. So if you can just indulge me for a couple of minutes. Right, guys. Now I've got. It's very easy for you to. Anybody can do this. You could do a Google search for crypto arbitrage bot. I've just done one. You've got this coinarbitragebot.com. Okay, so it's a free bot. It looks on the face of it pretty good in the fact that it's got a good range of exchanges. You can select your base currency. Unfortunately, you can only select US dollar or BTC, or just US dollar and BTC, so very, very limited information. You could select how much profit you want to make, so between 5% and 60%, so we'll be conservative. We'll go with, oh, what's that happened? It's me clicking too much on my bar. There we go. There we go. So let's go with 10% and then click submit. And you can see that it's not providing me with anything, any information at all. So let me try again. BTC, 5%. Let's try again. There we go. So it's given me that sort of information. Now, there's a lot of this. Effectively must be a bit of code that arbitrage systems use, because it's a format that we're probably familiar with other companies and other platforms. But as you can see, there isn't a great deal of profit to be made in any of these. And this is without knowing. So, for example, you've got here OMG BTC between on this exchange here, you can buy it at that price, which is 10,918. And you could perhaps sell it here for, let's call that 11,072. So you could make a bit of a profit between Bitmart and Bitfinex. However, as with a lot of these platforms, there is no liquidity information, there's no volume information, there's no confirmation that that OMG coin is the same OMG coin on Bitfinex and Bitmark. And also, there's no information to tell you if the OMG is on an ERC20, it's on Binance's blockchain, Fred's blockchain, or Larry's blockchain. So there's a lot of missing information that makes this really useful. Sorry, just get rid of that. So as you can see, there's a lot of information that is missing from this. Now, there is a company, and I would say is probably the market leader. I've deleted the information from this company. So this is their packages, if you like. And we're going to go for this package here. Now, what you need to understand is that that $99.99 per month is a representative figure. It's actually only that if you buy the annual package. So if you buy the annual package, you're looking at $1,200. That's $1,200 if you missed that. Okay, $1,200. It's obviously going to be more if you decide to go on a month-to-month basis. Now, what do you get from this company is you get their crypto feed, okay, which is basically just information coming through to you. You get no added fee trading. Basically what it means is they're not going to charge you for using their system. Well, they've already charged you $1,200, so that basically is all that means. Automatic portfolio monitoring. So you're going to get portfolio management system with Johnny Blockchain. Now, if you just want the portfolio management system, it's $399, the equivalent in obviously in BTC, not $1,200 as it is with this company. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fillers. I would call those fillers. Basically, that is all about charting. Okay, so that's just telling you they've got 7 things about charts. And then you've got priority support. Well, all support is priority. Johnny Blockchain's support is priority. So why that would be a feature or a benefit, I have no idea. And then you've got here at the bottom, you've got the ARB matrix system. Now their ARB matrix system looks like this. Okay, looks fancier than this, granted, but basically it looks like this. So if you can imagine that the market leading company is charging an awful lot of money for a system that isn't complete with the arbitrage system, and obviously the portfolio monitoring system. It's not a portfolio system like ours is now, where it's going to give you the level of information that we have currently. It's a portfolio system that's just going to tell you where your coins are, just so you can keep track of them. That's essentially what that is. And it will obviously be automatic because you've connected it by its API. So if you should happen to sell a coin or buy a coin, then obviously it will update it. But it's not going to tell you where you can profitably trade that coin or give you suggestions to use those coins in an arbitrage. So, this system here that we're building with Johnny Blockchain is absolutely groundbreaking. And once you've got access to the bits and pieces that we have now, it's going to blow everything out of the water with the major companies that are out there. So with that in mind, what I need you guys, I need some homework from you, is obviously we're building up a list of JV partners. Okay, you can see here we've got a bit of a list. Now what I need from you guys, let me just stop sharing now. What I need from you is basically contact information that you might already have, or at least if you don't necessarily want to share that information with me personally, if you could let me know if you know people who are, I'll say bloggers, people who do review blogs. Okay, so the crypto world is, and the Forex world and the financial world is full of bloggers and vloggers. Those are people who do obviously video blogs, who do reviews of companies like ours. And what we want to do is start to make connections with those people so we can get those guys to start to do reviews for Johnny Blockchain. And it's really important because we want to start to look at different communities that are out there, different tribes out there. So we're looking for bloggers, we're looking for reviewers, we're looking for vloggers, we're looking for Instagram influencers, and we're looking for top tweeters or twitters or I don't know what they call themselves, but whatever they are, twitchy people who use Twitter. Okay, any of those sort of social media platforms, YouTube as well. There's lots of people who do a lot of news, so we need that sort of information. Or if you want to keep that to yourself because you want to sort of build a team, then that's absolutely fine. And what we're going to do is start to put together, what would you call it, like a news broadcast or a news update that we can start to package and send out to those people. And obviously they can get access to Johnny Blockchain, they can do a review, they can use it, and then obviously hopefully do positive reviews. I don't see why they wouldn't. And then obviously we can start to access different communities through the marketing system. And we're going to be doing that alongside a lot of the other stuff. So so just to bear that in mind. All right. Thank you. I'll get off my little soapbox now.
Thank you for that. So I'm just going to take your and put myself on there. Right, so I want to share my screen again because I want to show you some stuff in the back office of Johnny Blockchain and what existing founders have got access to, okay? So if you're not a founder, you won't have access to this unless you pay, but the founders get access completely free. We've got 49 people watching. We've got 26 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. I don't know what anybody would see by giving a thumbs down, what they don't see as good value. Beyond me. But that thumbs down was before we started broadcasting. Very strange. Anyway, so any interaction is better than no. None. That's the word. So let me share my screen. And I'm on Johnny Blockchain. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come up to trade and I'm going to go down to arbitrage because I want to show you what we've done on here now. And so just wait for that to load. And I'm going to click the advanced, find the best trades. Okay. Now, straight away, what you'll see is that I've got a trade here with the Japanese yen. It's 18.4% ROI. So if I had the Japanese yen, that may be a trade that I'd like to do. And it's telling me that Japanese yen is going to be traded on Kraken and on Bitfinex. Now, it doesn't tell me what it's going to be trading with because that's why you'd have to unlock the trade by buying either with 2 credits or with 1. 2 credits is with the robot, where it's a robot assisted trade, or with 1 credit, and that would be a manual trade. Okay. Now you have here this trust line. Okay, the trust line. Now the trust line is a system that we've put in place, and up until right now it's working apart from the final phase. The final phase is what we talked about earlier, was where it identifies, it knows whether it's the same coin plus the same network. Like I showed you with that MILF, it was MILF on both exchange, or MIF on both exchanges, but on the MIF on one exchange was traded in, you could deposit and withdraw in ERC20 coin, which is backed on the Ethereum smart contract. And the other one was on the BNB, which is Bitcoin Chains network. So you couldn't actually deposit and withdraw them to one another. Okay, so that would stop the trade. So we will have that traffic light system for those ones as well. But right now, if you see an orange light, okay, if you see an orange light, that means that admin have checked that it is the same coin, okay, the same coin. Now, what we haven't checked at the moment, because that part's not finished, is if it's on the same network, which will be introduced, I think, no later than Tuesday next week, okay. So if you see an orange light, you feel fairly safe that admin have checked that coin out on the exchanges, that it is the same name at least, because some of them have the same code but they're different coins. And then there's Bitcoin on some of the South Korean exchanges have a completely different code. They don't call them BTC, but you can trade it with BTC. Okay. So the next thing we've got is, if you go down, you would see, well, there's none at the moment because nobody's done it. You would see a yellow light, okay, and that means that somebody started to trade with a robot, okay, that a trade has actually been bought by somebody else and it's in process of being traded. If you see a green light, okay, that means that somebody else or another robot has completed that trade successfully for those particular pairs. Don't mean this particular trade, but successfully. So let me look now what happens when you click this buy button. We're going to rename that buy button because it's not buy here. What you're doing is you're looking at the information. You click on that button, it gives you this pop-up. Okay. At the top here, it tells me that it's Kraken, and it says with the Japanese yen. It says I don't have any Japanese yen, so it's showing me that the buy buttons are greyed out. Because there's no point me buying this trade if I don't have the currency on Kraken. If I don't have the Japanese yen sitting on Kraken, what's the point of me buying this trade? So what I could do, if I was Japanese or I happen to have Japanese yen, I would think, well, before I buy it, let me deposit some Japanese yen into that exchange. Now, if you did have Japanese yen on the exchange, these buttons would be blue. But as you can see here, it's telling you that the minimum amount of Japanese yen that you need is 284. So if I put that in there, let's just see if that is correct. 284. No, that's not enough. So it's telling me here, there's the amount of Japanese. Sorry, that's what it's in value in dollars. Sorry. So it's telling me I need this many Japanese yen to trade, and I'll make the equivalent of $68 on $426 worth of Japanese yen, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's telling me the ROI is 16.8%. If I had Japanese yen, I'd be able to buy that. The minute I click buy, if I'm buying a route with a robot, you know, that will start the robot immediately. I don't have to go and do anything myself. The robot will go and buy the currency it wants with the Japanese yen, and then it will give you a notification to tell you to withdraw that cryptocurrency out and send it over to the second exchange, in this case Bitfinex. Okay, so let's now go and have a look, refresh the routes again. Now I'm going to go over to the crypto routes. So let me just come up here and I'll go to the filter, and I'll filter for robot only, because not all of our routes are connected to the robot. So if I look at this one here at the top here, it's 15% ROI. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. It's telling me minimum investment $94. So if I clicked and I wanted the robot to do that, and I can see here that admin have checked that this is the same coin on both exchanges, but I can see there's not a light at the moment because it's not in place, that it's been checked that it's the same network. So at the moment you won't know if it's the same network. But again, if I click this, now I don't have any of this coin again, so the lights are, the buy lights buttons here are greyed out, so it's telling me don't buy it because you don't have any balance at the top there, as you can see. I don't have any balance, but if I did, I'd need this many of the, whatever that coin is, the ZEAL coin, which is equivalent to $25 or $94, sorry, and I can make a trade with $94 worth of that coin and make $12.81 profit, which is a 13.6% ROI, and the robot could do 90% of that trade for me. Okay, so coming down a little bit further, let's just see if I can see. There's one here with Bitcoin. Okay, 6%. So let's have a look at this Bitcoin. Now this is telling me I do have a Bitcoin balance. Okay, so I do have a Bitcoin balance. So I'm going to click on here, use balance, and it populates the top. But as you can see, I only have 2 cents worth of Bitcoin. So it's telling me if you did buy this trade, you can buy it if you want, but you will actually lose money. So because of the fees and everything, because our calculator here is taking into account the trading fees, the withdrawal fees, if there's any deposit fees, and so on. Okay, so let's just have a little look down here. There's another Bitcoin one there, and if you could see below, it says online. So this profitable route has been available for 5 hours. Okay, so it's been online for 5 hours. So if I click the buy route again, it's showing me, unfortunately, I don't have any Bitcoin sitting on KuCoin, but if I did, I would need a minimum of $126 to make 24 cents. So I probably wouldn't be doing that trade, would I? Because that's after obviously the fees have come out, and I've paid the trading fees and the withdrawal and the deposit fees, if there's any. I'll be left with a 24 cents profit. So, you know, that's not a trade for me. But that's how this screen works. Okay. Now, let me come back over to here, because I want to come back over to the camera. Now, we've got 5 minutes left. If there's any questions, let's just see. I'm late. Yes, you are late. You're very late. Let's just see. Have you a solution for... Let me just add this comment. It says, have you a solution for wallets that are in maintenance on exchanges? Yes, of course. We've got... we have a system that checks the wallets. We do a lot of the stuff manually with our team, But if a wallet can't be withdrawn for some reason, we will know about that, and obviously it updates the system accordingly. Our system, it checks every 2 minutes, okay? But what you also have, if I go back to sharing my screen there, if I come share my screen and go over to, this time, my portfolio, go down to there, hopefully you can see that in the bottom, my portfolio is loading. But what you do have here is you have a wallet balance. So if you've got wallets that are not connected with APIs, you can set your wallets up. This screen is by a long way not finished, because I've got some great little features that are going to be on here to show you where to liquidate stuff. Like I've got an Exodus wallet with 56 Bitcoin in it. I've got a Bread wallet with near on 1 million of these sub coins in there. I've got this one's I've got a Token Pay wallet with over 300,000 coins in it as well. But we will, so you can add your wallets here, the external wallets. You can add the wallet, give the wallet a name. It could be Exodus, could be your Trezor wallet, My Ether wallet. You'd add it there, list your coins that you've got on that wallet. But then when we do build this section, we'll be giving you a place where you could actually, the best place for you to go and liquidate those coins that you've got sitting on those wallets, and if there's arbitrage opportunities. So I wanted to show you that's something that's coming a little bit down the line. And if I come back over to here and I come back to the camera, is there anything you want to cover, Darren, before I make my couple of announcements?
No, there's nothing that I want to go over, and obviously I don't want to delay your announcements. I know these guys are going to be chomping at the bit.
Okay, right. So we got 34. We got 47 people watching. 34 thumbs up. If you're still watching this hangout and stayed this long for an hour, I think what I'm about to tell you should give me 47 thumbs ups. Founders, you now can go into the back office and get access to my portfolio screen. It's there ready waiting for you to get in. If you don't have access to it, send in a support ticket. Barbara and the support team will organise you access ASAP. Okay, so you've got access to that. And inside the My Portfolio screen, you've got access to the trading robot, so you can actually do trades with the robot. Founders, if you go to the arbitrage screen, you now have access to the robot. You can actually do trades with the robot. I would give a word of caution. We have not finished the trust system. Okay, so there may be trades that are in there. We know they're the same coin because we checked the coins, but they might not be on the same network. Okay, so if you want to be really cautious, then I would say buy the manual trade and check it first before you bought the robot trade. But if you want to be really over cautious, and wait until we've got the final part of the trust system in place. Okay, so founders, you basically guys have access to everything, okay, that's available now. So go in there, have a play, have a look, get excited, get in the founders chat. If you've got questions, you've got remarks, you've got things that you think we should be doing or what we shouldn't be doing, put them in there. I'm not going to say that we're in our WhatsApp, the founders WhatsApp chat. Put them in there and let us know. Not saying we're going to do everything that you suggest, but we certainly, I'm going to listen, I'm going to read, and I will answer every suggestion that you have. If you're not a founder, and you want to become a founder, you can still become a founder. Contact us. Either go to zookle.com and say that you want to be a founder, send in a support ticket. Go to johnnyblockchain.com if you've got an account there, send in a support ticket. Or, of course, you can make because if you don't have an account on either of those, come into our Facebook group and search out for Barbara, Darren, or myself and send us a private message or send us a message on WhatsApp, Skype, Telegram, saying that you're interested in being a founder. We've got some positions available. What does a founder mean? Well, first off, it means that you're going to pay for the privilege. You're going to give us some money that helps us to get through this pre-launching stage, this development stage, and I can't thank the founders enough for the support they've given us so far. We've got 200 founders that have given us, they bought positions that have allowed us to get where we are now. We've got a long way to go, so we need to raise more investments. That's why we're looking for more founders. But founders get access to everything at no extra charge. They have to have an active Zookle account, zookle.com account, okay? And they can choose any account from $10 up to the $200 package, depending on what they like. But they will get access to everything that we bring out at no extra charge, okay? So they want access to the robots. They will get access. They get free credits as well, trading credits. They get lower profit share because we've got crypto bots, we've got crypto to gold bots, we've got crypto to fiat bots, we've got an arbitrage bots that you've seen now, we've got the My Portfolio Management, we've got a binary options robot, and I've got a couple of robots running at the moment, and I'll be sharing that information of how I set them up and how I'm making profit already, and I'm going to show you how to set up your binary options bots, what I believe is the correct way to do it. So we've got trading robots for every type of trade that you want to do. I think the piece of the resistance is the portfolio section, because I think that's mind-blowing because it works with the coins you've got. The arbitrage is great, but I don't think it's as good as what the portfolio is and is going to be. I think that's going to be mind-blowing what that portfolio is going to be able to do. But if you want to just do normal trading with buying low and selling high, then we've got those types of trading robots as well. So we've got you covered on everything. I want to thank you for joining us. My name's Jeremy Rush, as you can see on the screen. My colleague there, who's now on the screen, and he's got my name underneath him, he's not Jeremy Rush, he's Darren Barton. And I want to thank you all for joining us. And founders, get and enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you on the next hangout. Have a fantastic weekend. Tutty bye. Bye now.